Brenda. I'm Pat Verdine, and I decided to be a mentor for the Center for Faithful Leadership, and I'm really glad to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
And you are?
I'm Brenda Cuellar. I'm going to be a sophomore at Hope College.
Okay. What program are you, or what classes are you taking?
I'm studying political science and international studies as well as Spanish. So I'm interested in going into law.
Okay. Well, it sounds as if you obviously asked for a mentor. What did you think? Why did you decide to do that? And what kinds of qualities were you looking at?
Yeah, that's a good question. The reason I chose to have a mentor is because I wanted a personal relationship with somebody who has experience, especially in the legal field and the seminary field. So I think building a relationship with somebody like that can definitely help me discern my calling to see what I want to do in the future.
What were you thinking about for the future?
Well, I plan on going to law school,
Okay.
but I know it's definitely a big step in life, so I definitely wanted somebody who knows about law school and knows about the legal field to help me out and to give me input.
Well, I think part of the reason that I decided to do this was, I don't know, I feel like I got a tap on the shoulder that said it was time. I didn't necessarily plan on this, but the Center for Faithful Leadership said that they had a person that was just like you. And I have a history of working in the juvenile court. I'm also in seminary, and I just think that for some reason the good Lord brought us together.
Yep, I also believe that.
Well, one of the things that we need to take a look at is, what does our relationship look like over the course of time? And how can I be helpful to you? But also I think that you will be helpful to me, and there'll be things that I will learn from you. As you take a look at what you hope to get from our relationship over time, what would that look like? You talked a little bit about your professional goals.
Right.
You talked a little bit, about your personal journey. What are you thinking?
Okay, I think one of the reasons I also chose you as a mentor is because I really wanted to discover my gifts and discern career opportunities.
Okay. What kind of what gifts do you think you have?
That's a very good question. I know God has provided me with some gifts, but I'm not really sure exactly what they are yet. So I'm still trying to figure that out, especially beginning college and trying to figure out who I am. So I'm not really sure yet.
Okay. You indicated that you thought you might want to go into law.
Yeah.
What interests you about the law?
I think law is a very abstract thing, and I think that's the best way, really, really good career that I can do to help people, and that's my biggest passion, helping people.
Okay. All right. So perhaps one of the goals you talked about was maybe servant leadership, trying to figure out how you might be able to give back to your community.
Yeah, that's so true. And I know that since you have experience with the servant leadership, I know you could probably help me find a place in this community that will best fit me, and through that we can continue to learn more about each other, and you can help me discern my calling that way.
Well, I have to tell you, Brenda, one of the reasons that I also did this, besides feeling like I had the tap on the shoulder, was that I just feel really committed to making sure that I can come alongside other Hispanic students in particular, because that's where I come, that's where my background is, and anything that I can do to really uplift and partner with and be a mentor and a friend to someone that is on that kind of a journey. I'm really excited about the opportunity to do this.
Yeah.
We're going to probably have to put something down in writing about how we want to move forward. And, they've given us several examples, and I'm wondering if maybe we started out with one and just to see whether or not that's a good fit. And we'll come back every time we get together. We'll get together, probably once a week, just to see how things are going. And we can talk by phone, and email and in between. But I think we really need to pick like maybe one goal and be real intentional about how we're making that happen. So of the things that you talked about discerning your career opportunity, and then you talked about discovering your gifts,
Right.
and then you talked about servant leadership.
Mhm.
Which of the three do you think is a good place to start?
I think probably discovering gifts, starting out.
I think so,
slowly
too.
we can get into discerning career opportunities.
No, I agree. I think that's a really good place to start.
Yeah.
So, how do you think we might go about doing that?
Discovering gifts. I think we'll have to go back to once again building a personal relationship.
Okay,
Can't
you're
stress
right.
that enough. Mm-hmm.
You're right. I think that it'll take a little while for us to get to know one another.
That's true.
And you're right. It is about trust.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's be thinking about how we can discover what your gifts are and maybe opportunities to challenge yourself a little bit
Right. Yeah.
and get yourself out of your comfort zone.
Mm-hmm.
Because usually, that's usually how you learn
It's true.
what you're really good at is when you push that envelope a little bit. So I'll think about that one.
Should we schedule a time to meet each other again?
Sure. What works for you? Do you know?
I think Monday would work good.
Okay. In the morning or?
Probably in the morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
And maybe we can meet at JP's for coffee or
Yeah,
something.
that sounds
like
great.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.